Welcome to the Yes Prep Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Nashira, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/yesprep. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, Columbia College Chicago.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alfredo Echeverria. I work here at Columbia College Chicago exclusively with students from Texas. As you can see, we are located, as you can guess, in Chicago, Illinois. We are a four-year liberal arts college located in the downtown area in the South Loop neighborhood of the city. So we are a college that tends to lean in towards more of the creative industry. So if you're someone who's really creative, someone who really flourishes in the creative environment, this might be a great place to look at post-high school. When it comes to numbers, we are considered a medium-sized college, so we have close to 7,000 students enrolled. Currently, this school year, a majority of those are going to be undergraduate students such as yourselves looking to get some kind of bachelor's degree from us. This past year, we did enroll close to 2,000 new students. A majority of those will be freshman students, but we are also very transfer friendly. So if it doesn't work out enrolling here as an incoming freshman, over this next year, you're more than welcome to enroll at a local community college or your local university, earn some credits, and transfer over to Columbia whenever you're ready. We do have over 60 different majors and programs. A majority of that's going to be majors, minors, online certificates, and graduate degrees. When it comes to our residence halls, about 71% of freshmen live on campus. So I like to stress for two reasons. The first one being location. You get to live in downtown Chicago as a college student while you're here. And the second one is access. So a lot of those opportunities like jobs or internships, whether it's during the school year or during your break, a lot of those opportunities exist in the downtown area. So those two things, access, location, it's a great combination to be a student here at the college. When it comes to diversity and inclusion, this is a big part of our identity here at the college. 57% of students identify as students of color, and about a third of students identify within the LGBTQIA spectrum. So again, big part of our identity here at Columbia. So whatever walks of life you come from, whatever identities you have, whatever life experience you come with, you do have that platform, that space to share your story with us. When it comes to the average high school GPA, it's about a 3.34. Of course, we won't hold you to that. So if it's a little lower, we do review applications holistically. So we don't just look at your transcript, we look at recommendations, resumes, portfolios to make a decision. Really quickly on financial aid, you are automatically considered for scholarships when applying. So there's three ways for you to earn financial aid from us. The first one is having a completed application on file. So that means submitting the application and having an official high school transcript submitted. The second is having a FAFSA on file. And then the third is submitting a portfolio. It is optional if you're a BA applicant to submit a portfolio, but it is required if you are a BFA applicant. So 99% of freshmen earn some kind of financial aid from us, and about 97% of transfer students earn financial aid from us as well. When it comes to the actual environment that you'll be immersed in, we are considered, or we call ourselves, a hands-on immersion in your fields from year one. So that means that, like some colleges around the United States, they might make you focus on your liberal arts requirements your first 2 years, and your major-related classes your last 2 years. At Columbia, we don't do that. We let you jump in as soon as you start here, year one, semester one, day one. When it comes to class sizes, it's about 15 to 18 students per class. We like to implement that whenever we can. It's a great way for you to connect with other students, a great way for you to connect with ultimately your instructors too, because faculty, they do live what they teach, and it's pretty common to hear that students have earned some kind of job or internship just from getting to know their instructors as well. Again, we do have over 60 different majors and programs. This is a very general overview of our departments that we have at the college. So audio, communication and writing, media arts, performing arts, and visual arts and business. And if you did want to learn a little bit more, get some more details on what we have, feel free to go to that website, colum.edu/majors for more information. And then lastly, when it comes to student life, of course, we want you to be participating not only in the classes that you'll be enrolling here, but also in the student life that we have on campus. So we do have over 70 different clubs and organizations. So whatever you can think of, whatever you like, I'm sure that probably exists already on campus. So we have, like a Black Student Union, Latino Alliance, we have an anime club, a DJ club, and if anything doesn't exist, you're more than welcome to start your own club with student life. And we do have over hundreds of different campus events every year. I always tell students there should never be a reason why you're bored. There should never be a reason why you have nothing to do, because there's always something to do, not only at the college, but also in the city. And we do also have residence centers designed specifically for creative students. One of our residence halls, the Dwight, has one floor that's completely vacant. And we actually encourage you to graffiti the walls, to create murals with your friends. We want to make sure that you're exerting that creative energy in a healthy way. And every year we paint it white, and then every year we welcome you back to do whatever you want with it. So that's Columbia, and thank you so much for having us here today. Again, my name is Alfredo. Feel free to email me and call me at one of those contacts there. And whenever you're ready to create an application, submit an application, feel free to go to colum.edu/apply. And connect with us at our social media handles at the very bottom of that page. So I'll hand it back to our facilitator. And again, thank you so much for having us here today.
Thank you so much, Columbia College Chicago. We will now have Texas Wesleyan University.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Brittany Beal with Texas Wesleyan University. We are located in Fort Worth, Texas, and we are a small private university. And what you're going to see today is a little bit about why we call ourselves Smaller, Smarter. A little bit about our university. We are a liberal arts university. We were founded in 1890, so we have a really rich history with the Fort Worth area, a lot of connections in the DFW area as well. We have about 2,500 students on campus, and you're going to see around 15 to 20 students in your classes. So again, if you're looking for that smaller, intimate class size, you'll find it here. Your professors will know who you are as a student and as a person, and that way they can better connect you with research, internship, and as well as graduate school and beyond once you leave Wesleyan. The most important thing I'd like to highlight here is that 100%. 100% of our admitted students receive a merit scholarship. So once you apply and you're accepted, you will instantly know the merit scholarship that you will receive for all 4 years here. You worked hard in high school, so we really, really want to reward you for that. For being a small private university, we're really proud on all of the big scholarships that we're able to give out here. As for academics, we have 3 academic schools: School of Arts and Sciences, Business Administration, as well as Education. Here you'll see a list of all of our undergraduate majors offered. Within these academic areas as well, we have several graduate degree programs. We offer a few 3+2 and 3+4 programs specifically for our biology, biochemistry, and chemistry majors. And then anywhere in between, we have a lot of different options for you. You'll be paired with an academic advisor who will help through your semesters. They'll check in with you when things are going well. Maybe things aren't going so well, they're there for you as well. Having that small experience will allow you to form a connection with this advisor as well as your professors, and then they'll be able to help you once you're ready to graduate and move into the career world or to medical school or even grad school. Something I like to point out that's very unique to Texas Wesleyan, since we are in North Texas, we do offer a minor in scuba diving. So that is something very unique. If you're wanting to try it, we are a liberal arts university. So you have that freedom to try out classes that maybe you wouldn't get to at a different university. What it means being a liberal arts university is that you'll take classes from different disciplines, religion, a math, a science, from different academic areas, so that you leave Wesleyan with a well-rounded experience. And then, of course, your specialized classes within your major and minor. We are the Rams. We are the Blue and Gold Rams. We have athletic programs that are within NAIA Division I. So we do offer athletic scholarships if that is of interest to you. We have men's, women's, and co-ed sports. We also have many clubs and organizations. Okay, here you can see in our little bubbles here, just some of the many clubs and organizations offered here at Texas Wesleyan. Our president is very, very big on students being involved. Okay, you're not going to be a student 24/7. So it's really important to figure out how you're going to be involved on campus or within the community during your time in college. So if there's an organization that doesn't exist, students are able to create one as well. That's really great here. We have a really awesome student life here on campus. As I mentioned, we're really big on scholarship opportunities. Our minimum GPA requirement is a 2.75, and you can see the scholarship range that you would fall into on a 4.0 weighted scale. Okay, this is a scholarship that will follow you through all of your years here at Texas Wesleyan, and that is just one of the many scholarships that we offer. We do have a Smarter U Plus scholarship, which by visiting campus in person or virtually, meeting with an admissions counselor, completing your financial aid, there are a variety of steps that will allow you to earn an extra $2,000 per year. So there's, again, a lot of different scholarships we can offer to our students. In terms of an application, our application is free. It does not cost any money. There are no essays required. And all we need are your high school transcripts. You can apply through our website, through the Common App, as well as Apply Texas. And again, it will take you about 10 minutes. It's very easy. All we need are your transcripts, and then we can get you that admissions decision. Here is my contact information. You can also check us out on our website, and of course, follow us on social media so you can see what's happening in Fort Worth and on our campus.
Thank you, Texas Wesleyan University. We'll now have Western Colorado University.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining today. My name is Lindsay Leggett, and I'm a Regional Director of Recruitment for Western Colorado University in Gunnison, Colorado. What you're seeing on your screen here is a picture of campus. All the buildings with red roofs are campus, so it's really beautiful year-round. We do get quite a bit of snow in the winter, so it doesn't look always this green, but beautiful regardless. Wanted to mention too, this picture kind of in the back middle here, that's our brand new School of Mechanical Engineering and Computer Science, and that just got completed this January, so students are in that space, and we're really excited for that. Another thing that I really loved when I was a student at Western is that our backyard is nature's best classroom. So specifically for any students that are interested in any STEM-related programs, Gunnison is surrounded by millions of acres of BLM land, National Forest land, all of this public land that students have access to either for research or for recreational purposes. Even if you're not necessarily interested in a STEM-related field, we do have over 100 majors and areas of study. We are a small 4-year liberal arts institution, so you can choose anything from those STEM-related fields to art, music. I was a communications major at Western and loved that program. We are also about 30 minutes away from Crested Butte, which is a world-class ski resort. We have Hartman Rocks that's about 10 minutes from campus, which is a world-class mountain biking terrain. So a lot of opportunities for students to get out and explore as well. Something else that I loved about Western is that we have really small class sizes. So we have about 3,000 undergraduate students. We are a smaller institution, but that means that our average class size is 16 students, but the biggest class that you'll ever have on campus can only hold about 50. So you won't sit in a single lecture hall. All of your classes will be very discussion based. Like a lot of my other colleagues have said today, your professors are going to know you. They're going to know how to support you individually and be able to connect you with resources on and off campus. As far as affordability goes, Western is a relatively affordable 4-year institution. For out-of-state students, our tuition is $18,600 per year. And you can compare that to the national average, which is $22,587 per year for out-of-state tuition. That being said, too, 80% of our students do receive financial aid in the form of grants or scholarships, which is money that doesn't have to be paid back. And 100% of students that are admitted to Western are considered for our merit scholarship. For students from Texas, our merit scholarship ranges from $8,000 per year to $10,000 per year. And that is if you have at least a 3.35 GPA, you'll automatically receive at least $8,000 per year. And then for anyone that doesn't quite meet that GPA requirement, just for being from the state of Texas, you'll automatically get our Central Plains discount, which is where you'll only pay 150% of in-state tuition. So that makes it more affordable as well. As far as different academic and support services that we offer for students, this is certainly not a comprehensive list, but just some things that I like to mention. We do have an academic resource center that houses our disability services, academic advising, career services, study abroad. So quite a few of those academic services in our academic resource center. One thing that I like to mention is that every single student at Western is paired with an academic advisor to make sure that you're successful all 4 years and that you're graduating in a timeline that you choose. Once you declare a major on campus, which you don't actually have to do until the end of your sophomore year, so you've got plenty of time to decide, you'll have an academic advisor that's within your major area of study. And they're going to be your support system all 4 years and then beyond when you graduate too. Your academic advisor can write you a letter of recommendation for a job, kind of help with that job and internship search, those things as well. We also have a writing center and a math tutoring center. So if you need additional help outside of class, those are centers that you can go anytime and get some additional help. We also have an EPIC mentorship program, and every single student that comes to Western, both freshmen and transfer students, are paired with an EPIC mentor. And these are current students who are sophomores through seniors. They've experienced quite a bit on campus, but they're really there to help make sure that your transition to campus is smooth. And then your entire first year, you feel supported by your peers. So that's a really great resource too. We also have a counseling center, and every single student, faculty, and staff on Western's campus receives free mental health counseling. So we're really proud to be able to offer that. And that's a really important part of being a student at Western. We also have a multicultural center, and that houses 5 different multicultural clubs on campus, and anyone and everyone is welcome to participate. If you're interested in visiting campus, we would love to have you. You can come in person or check out our virtual tour if you're not able to come in person. We do also have preview days available, and if you register for a preview day, Western will pay for 1 night of a hotel for you and your family to come stay in Gunnison, so we'd love to have you. If we have any seniors in the room, you can apply for free at any point using our application fee waiver Go Western 2022. We are on rolling admissions, so we don't have an application deadline. You've got plenty of time to submit that application. We are test optional moving forward, so we do not require test scores for admissions or for scholarships. So really you only need to submit test scores if you think it could help your application. They will never hurt to either leave them off, or if you submit them, it will never hurt your application. And that's all the info that I have for you today. Feel free to give me a call or a text or an email if any questions come up, and I'm happy to answer any questions that we've got in the chat as well. Thanks so much and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you so much, Western Colorado University. We'll now have Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi.
Good. What time is it? Let's see. Good morning, everyone. Can everyone see my screen? Just making sure. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Rini Zamora, and I serve as an Assistant Director of Admissions at Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. As you can see on your screen, we call A&M Corpus Christi a learning destination like no other. We are the only university in the nation located on its own island. We're surrounded by bay water and natural wetlands. And yes, right across the street is a university beach. It's a living laboratory, so we sample water, check out sand erosion, but you're also going to find bonfires on the beach, of course. You're going to find kiteboarding and paddleboarding and kayaking and windsurfing as well. So a totally unique university for sure. So a lot of you are, I'm sure, still thinking about where you're going to go to school, but numbers are really important, right? So at A&M Corpus Christi, we're at about 11,000 students. And in my opinion, that is the perfect size. Not too big, not too small. I kind of always tell students that whenever you go to A&M Corpus Christi, it almost feels like a private school, right? So if you think of a private school, they're surrounded by gates, we're surrounded by water. So the only people that are ever on our campus really are going to be students, professors, staff members, and actually right next door is the Naval Air Base. So there is a military base right next door. So looking at this picture, Rebecca, she asked a really, really good question. She's asking, what are the precautions in place in case there are any hurricanes? Perfect question. I want to answer that right now because that's something that people ask us all the time that I think is really important. So if we think that a tropical storm or a hurricane is coming our way, we are definitely going to evacuate if we believe that's what's best for our students. Now, we will always evacuate before the city of Corpus Christi does. And so we will do that before the city. And if students have their own vehicles or if mom and dad can pick them up, they're welcome to go with their family. However, for international students or students that don't have vehicles, in that case, they will drive with us to a institution either in San Antonio or in Laredo, depending on which way the storm isn't going. And so we definitely have something in place. We have something called Code Blue. It's our emergency notification system, but I will say that it is very rare for Corpus Christi to be hit by a hurricane. You might have heard of one that recently just kind of passed the city. So it's not, you know, something that happens every year, but we are definitely having some plans in place in case. So great question, Rebecca. Thank you for that. Okay. So our students represent 48 states and 57 countries. So people from all around the world are coming to Corpus Christi and to this island to study. Very diverse campus for sure, with an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Now, whenever I was in college here, it was a 23-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So, you know, as we continue to grow, the university really realizes the importance of having that personal attention while you're here at the university. You are not going to be just a number in the crowd, which is really exciting. And, you know, we are pretty science heavy. We're really big on, you know, marine biology, environmental science, atmospheric science. We offer this meteorology program as well. So those really popular programs might have classes that are up to about 30 to 35 students. But if you're in the arts, they might be, you know, 20 to 25. So it just depends on what major you go into to determine your class size. Now, on the picture on the screen, you'll see that in the middle of the island, you're going to find a lot of academic classrooms and academic buildings, the gym, the eateries, the pool, things like that. But through the first entrance of campus, I'm not sure if you can see my mouse or not, this is kind of where all of our research facilities are located. We are an R2 high research activity university. So coming in as a freshman student, if you're wanting to participate in research, you are able to do that here as early as freshman year. So I would definitely encourage it. And then through the second entrance of campus, you'll find Miramar Student Housing. And we actually have two campuses. You can't really see it on the screen, but right across the bay We have a second campus with our tennis complex, soccer stadium, recreational sports fields, and additional housing. So if you wanted to live at Momentum Village across the bay, you could do that. It's still considered on-campus housing because it's on the Momentum campus. However, there is a shuttle that goes back and forth every 15 minutes. Or if you have your own vehicle, you can drive back and forth. So you have options for sure to decide where it is that you want to live, but we do have a first-year residency requirement, and I'll touch more on housing here momentarily. And please feel free if you have any questions, please let me know. I want to quickly introduce student life by talking about our university hand sign. It's called the shaka, means hang loose. So you never see the inside of your fingers. It's almost like you're miming a phone. So thumbs up and pinkies out. That's called the shaka. It means hang loose, and it's a universal greeting here at the university. So at A&M Corpus Christi, you're going to find over 150 clubs and organizations to choose from. Definitely encourage you to get involved in something that you find interesting. You're going to find fraternities and sororities, the Student Government Association. We have deep sea fishing, the Sea Turtle Club, the Cat Club, the Pokemon Club, whatever you can think of, we have here. So definitely get involved and find your niche while you're here at the university. Find your home away from home. Our student union, which is called the University Center, they host over 11,000 meetings in an academic year. So there's always something going on. You're going to find free food, find free t-shirts. So definitely get involved for sure. Now, speaking of athletics, we are a Division I university, and we're members of the Southland Conference. So we have a lot of competitive sports in Corpus Christi, or we're playing against other institutions in Texas, but also in Louisiana. Here are the different sports that we offer. The main sport, again, is basketball, and the newest edition is called beach volleyball. As a student here, you're able to participate in the deep end, which is our fan section, the official student section at the university. They are the loudest and rowdiest group on campus, and it definitely pays to go to our athletic events because we have sponsorships like from Domino's and CC's Pizza, and you can walk away with all these pizza gift cards and maybe even $100. So it definitely pays to go to the athletic events. But most importantly, I want to quickly cover academic programs. We offer 5 undergraduate colleges, and I'll quickly kind of rush through the College of Business. We have the highest accreditation that any College of Business can earn in the world. At A&M Corpus Christi, it's accredited by the AACSB. So you're going to find some top-notch professors and a lot of opportunities that maybe students might not find elsewhere. For example, we have an off-campus location where we help people build a business from the ground up. And if I was building a business, for example, and you were a marketing student, help me market my company so that you can build your resume. The College of Ed and Human Development has 2 majors, kinesiology and teacher education. We actually have a full functioning elementary school on our campus, which is really, really awesome. It's a part of Corpus Christi ISD, and kids ages 3 to 5th grade go to school there. And it's a bilingual program. So what's really cool about it is that there's secret windows on the 2nd floor where our future teachers can peek into the classrooms and see how the teachers teach. If you're going into, for example, psychology, you could also see how the kids behave or how they misbehave or how they work in small groups. So very hands-on learning. In terms of kinesiology, on the human development side, $1 million facilities, amazing equipment, underwater treadmills, motor development labs, rock walls, whatever you can think of, again, we do have. College of Liberal Arts is my favorite because I was also a communication major, kind of like what Lindsay said. I think a lot of communication majors are good recruiters. So in the College of Liberal Arts, you'll find music, theater, psychology, sociology, criminal justice, things like that. So it's a very broad and diverse college at A&M Corpus. We also offer the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. We actually have a mock hospital on our campus. With these simulation labs, they breathe, talk, these mannequins breathe, talk, vomit, give birth. The babies will turn blue if they're wrapped around the umbilical cord. They sweat, they die. So it's just really, really amazing for sure. Now, someone's asking if there's a creative writing program at A&M Corpus Christi, and the answer is yes. It falls under the College of Liberal Arts. It's within the English program. In addition to that, we also have digital journalism in case you want to write for the web. Now, the College of Science and Engineering is our biggest college on campus. That's where you're going to find a lot of our engineering programs, also our marine biology programs, environmental science. Like I said earlier, we're really big on geographic information science. So those that are doing surveying and creating maps. We also offer various different types of pre-profession programs. So again, someone's asking for dental. We offer pre-med, pre-dental, pre-optometry, physical therapy. So if you're looking to go to professional school upon graduation, we do have that within the College of Science and Engineering, along with our health professions office that helps students get to where they need to get.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Texas A&M University Corpus Christi share their information in the chat. We're at time.
Okay.
And it's time to start the Q&A. So if everyone
Perfect.
could join me back on the screen, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Of course. All right, so excuse me. Columbia College Chicago. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, so my advice that I would give to any student looking wherever it's going to be is, our department, the admissions department, not just Columbia, but any department at any university, we're here to help you, right? So, and a lot of students sometimes want to navigate that completely on their own. And, months later, we'll find out that they've been struggling to find something. We are literally paid to help you with any questions that you ever have, whether you think that it's a small question, like a very big loaded question, whatever it is, we are here to support you. Even if you want, family to sit in with us, whether it's in appointments too, we can talk to you about anything you want. And also, especially with the pandemic, we've switched a lot of things virtually. So you actually had a lot of access to different types of events and different types of access to our college since then. So definitely take advantage, even if you can't make it to Chicago or any other city, there should be some sort of virtual option for you here.
Perfect. And what do you want people to remember about your school?
So I think the biggest thing is, again, I mentioned earlier that Columbia is a 4-year liberal arts college, but we tend to lean more into the creative industries, right? I think while you're here to learn whatever it is that you want to do with your career, you also are a resident of Chicago. And so you have access to all these different cultural events, all these opportunities to network. And yeah, take advantage of the fact that Chicago will be a background character in your life here and all of the plethora of opportunities that it has to offer here.
Well, thank you so much. Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, what is one thing you want students to remember about your school?
I just realized that my coworker's name is under my picture. That's okay. One thing I want you to take away about A&M Corpus Christi is that we call ourselves a learning destination like no other, but I think it's obviously because of our setting, but really take away that we are a family at A&M Corpus. Some schools say we are this nation or we are this, that. A&M Corpus really is a family, and we want to make sure that there's only 2 possible outcomes for our students, whether that you graduate and you get a job or you graduate and go to professional school. And every single professional staff member or faculty member on our campus is going to make sure that you reach your goals and dreams. And that's our job. Just like when he said earlier about getting paid to do things, our job is paid to make sure that you're successful. And that's why we're in these roles.
Thank you. And then what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
Let's see, one myth I'd like to debunk on the college. Okay, so I would say that when some students look at different colleges, they might think that they might not be admissible. And you just never know, because a lot of colleges do holistic reviews. And so we want to admit well-rounded students. We want to admit students that are going to participate in student government or make an impact while they're at A&M Corpus Christi. So maybe because your GPA isn't so high or you didn't have the best ACT or SAT score, we would still encourage you to apply because there are opportunities for you to get a pathway into the university if maybe you don't get admitted. So definitely still apply, even if you think you might be not ready, because we just never know. We're happy to help you out.
All right, thank you. Texas Wesleyan University, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I would recommend students to just weigh all the options. A lot of students fear the word private university, and that doesn't mean that it's out of range. A lot of private universities do offer a lot of great scholarship opportunities, whether it be through your high school GPA, whether it be through the institution itself. There's state scholarships, there's local scholarships, there's national scholarships. So I don't want students to fear the word private and think, oh, I'm not even gonna apply there. It's worth viewing, if it's of interest to you, really think about it, submit your application and see what you can be offered.
Thank you. And then what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
I would like students to really remember that smaller, smarter experience that we emphasize to all students. If you come to Texas Wesleyan, you're really going to feel like you're at home. Very tight-knit community feel, whether it be students on campus, faculty, staff. You're really going to get a warm welcome and just you'll be known here. So,
Thank you. Western Colorado University, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
Yeah, I would say that the number one thing that I think students should remember about Western Colorado University is that we have so many opportunities for that real world hands-on learning in every single program, whether it's STEM related or not. And that can happen as early as day one of your freshman year. You don't have to wait until you're a junior or senior. I think that's also a common myth to debunk, because sometimes you have to wait until your junior or senior year to participate in those research opportunities. And that's not always the case, especially at smaller schools.
Awesome. So could you expand a little bit about that myth to debunk? What is one myth you'd like to debunk on college admissions process?
Yeah. So I guess maybe separate from those hands-on learning opportunities, I think another myth to debunk right now is the test optional section of college admissions. Some schools are saying we're test optional for admissions, but not for scholarships. Some are saying that they're for both. So I think that it's really important for students to do research for the schools that you're interested in and ask, just like my colleagues have said, ask us, what's your specific institution's policy for test optional? At Western, we are test optional for admissions, scholarship, course placement, all of it. So it truly means test optional, but it's really important to do your research as each institution could be a little bit different.
Well, I'd like to thank our panelists today, and I thank you all for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/yesprep. Thank y'all so much and have a great one.